Hello and welcome to my third and final part of my Malta getaway. If you haven't checked out part 1 or 2 yet, I've left a card around about here where you can both watch them to your heart's content. Now in this video we head from Gozo to the even smaller island, which is the Comino island, as well as heading back to Malta to visit the Mdina City, quite a known place where the TV show Game of Thrones was filmed. So let's just jump straight into it. To get to the Comino island we took a speedboat from Gozo. However, I wasn't prepared for how crazily bumpy it was, and I didn't get sick either, which was actually quite surprising. So we finally made it to the Comino island. It's a bit weird that there's literally just no one here. I know there's only like 8 or 10 inhabitants that live on the island, but yeah, it's a bit of a strange atmosphere when you're just walking, you're just knowing that this is your own island pretty much. Quite a strange feeling. But yeah, there's a lot of scenery to look around here. So this is where the Blue Lagoon is. You can, in the summer, I believe, swim in there, but we've been told that we're not allowed. I think the waves are a bit choppy here. As I'm looking down, I do look a bit choppy, which is a bit of a shame as I brought my trunks, but yeah, we won't be doing that today. But no, it's quite nice scenery. We're going to walk around the island. I think it's like 20 minutes or so to walk from one end to the other. There's no cars allowed on here, and yeah, as I say, there's only about 10 people that live on the island, so quite a secluded place, and see what we can find really. I wonder where this goes. Looks a bit creepy. Some dangerous wolf or something that lives in there. Anyway, let's go. Apparently there's a few jellyfish here that swim at the Blue Lagoon, and upon reading it, I didn't realise that there's some jellyfish that provide painful stings, which we all know, but then down here we got either mild or no stings at all from jellyfish. Never knew that. Interesting. But the Comino Island really is an exquisite place. It really helps having no other tourists there, as you get to appreciate the place even more. It really is like having your own island to yourself. I think it helps going at the start of the year, as there's just no one really around. However, if you were to go during the summertime, it can get very packed. It's just a shame that the currents are too strong to go into the sea at the start of the year, because it would have been nice to have a quick little splash. But being alone, you really get to appreciate all the views and all of the different colours. It's just very relaxing as you take it all in. There's only a few buildings on the island, and one of them is this. The isolation hospital erected by the British military in the 19th century to provide a quarantine station for troops returning to Malta. And now it just looks like it's completely deserted. There was a school held in the isolation hospital from 1948 to 1965. However, it had to close down after that, as there was simply no more children left at school age, which further proves how unpopulated the island was, and still is today. And here's another nice little bit of information about the population of Comino. You can pause the video here and read it if you like. A chapel has also randomly been built here, or officially called Chapel of the Return of the Holy Family from Egypt. Wow, that's a long name. Or the Chapel of the Return from Egypt, or simply St Mary's Chapel. Then why don't they just call it that then? This is how windy it is. Can't go in that fort because it's closed. Becca's very upset.
No, I already knew. I checked on Google.
She checked on the old Mr. Google. So we just left Gozo. We've done about 5 boat trips today that have included going from Gozo to the Comino Islands, to Malta, back to Gozo to pick up the car, and now we're finally going back to Malta to our hotel. And all that travelling has tired out poor Becca. Are you okay? I think she's okay. We're going back to Malta now for our last night, and tomorrow in the day is our last day in Malta. We're now going to the Silent City. This is the old kind of medieval fortress in Mdina, and I believe right at the entrance right here, that is where they filmed the scene in Game of Thrones. There's a lot of scenes from TV shows and films been filmed here, so yeah, let's go inside the medieval fortress in this old city and see what Mdina's like.
Fewer eyes back here, my lady, but still too many.
It's 9 years since I set foot in the capital, and no one knew who I was the last time I came either.
Welcome to King's Landing, Lady Stark. Would you mind following us?
I would. We've done nothing wrong.
Mdina is such a cool city. It's a rather sweet and stunning place with so many interesting things to look at. It's been given the nickname the Silent City, pretty much because there's no vehicles allowed to actually travel through there, apart from the very limited 300 residents that live there.
Stop it.
Even if you could drive, you wouldn't even be able to drive that much anyway, because Mdina is full of such small, innocent walkways. Like, look at this. They're tiny.
Imagine if the best mate lived there, have a little chit chat, share a little bit of tea in the morning. You have to hope you got along with them though, wouldn't you?
And it's refreshing to see every building different, with different doors too. It's very sweet. We next visited this stunning place, the Chapel of St. Roch, also known as the Chapel of Our Lady of Light. It's a Roman Catholic chapel located in Mdina. And my God, I was amazed. There is so much intricate detail here, you could look at it all day. How people built it like this in the 18th century is way beyond me. It's nothing short of a masterpiece. The views from Mdina are just as impressive as you stand on the walls of the city and look over Malta and take in all the striking greenery. We next visited here, Mdina Square, where if you're a Game of Thrones fan, you may recognise it for being an epic fight between Ned Stark and Jaime Lannister.
My brother, Lord Stark, I want him back.
Here you may also recognise this building. It's Littlefinger's house, and it all looks exactly the same as it does on the show. It's amazing. And you want to know something really annoying? As I was walking through there at the time, I never knew it was a Game of Thrones location. I wish I knew it at the time, as I would have inspected it more in detail and appreciated it more. It's weird though, as I said to myself when walking through there, this really looks like something from Game of Thrones. I wonder if it is. And you want to know what? It bloody well was.
Are you going to miss Malta?
Yes.
Andrew getting in the car? Oh, Andrew getting in the car.
Driving off without you.
Hi, your favourite person. Bye, bye, Mum.
Bye.
Survived every... Ow! That was my own fault. Okay, I was an idiot. I forgot we were on a ramp and I probably just got concussion. And Andrew doesn't care.
No.
Yeah, I love you too, thank you.
Bloody sandwich being kept. Are you still filming?
Oh, look, Andrew's sandwiches. Look at him. Oh, look, he robs everything from the breakfast bar. So, this is everything Andrew has robbed.
What are you talking about? It's your sandwich as well, there.
Oh, it's mine as well. Oh. Every day I'm shuffling. Here's the old lady. Who doesn't care that a massive heavy door just hit my head, the back of my head. He doesn't care if I've got whiplash or I could die. He's more interested in the contents of his bag. Yep, he's unashamedly not even denying it. Can you feel the love tonight? No. Pizza balls.
So that's that. This is the end of our trip. We've come to where we started in Valletta and we've ended in Valletta, and we thought we'd have a nice little walk through and reminisce of how it all started. So the only thing left to do is sum up really our best places in Malta. Rebecca? Do you have a
Oh, what you?
do you have a favourite place to share with the with the young viewers that we have here?
I wasn't ready for a question. I didn't think you were asking me a question.
Okay, well, while she's thinking, my probably favourite place is either, was it the first day we went to St Peter's Pool? That's one of the main, because we got there quite early, so we were the only ones there. It was just quite a lot of scenic views to look at. You have the ocean and the sea right there, and then lots of mountains and trekking that you can climb up on. Yeah, it was quite a fun day.
I like the salt pans.
Salt pans. What are the salt pans?
Oh, well, they would have seen in your video, surely.
They would have done.
And there was lots of faces, but I was too tired and wasn't ready to be asked questions. So.
Yeah, when she really suggested this, but no, she's not ready for it. So anyway, hope you like this little end of the vlog, really.
Right, so I've hijacked Andy's camera because we've come to the end of our trip in Malta, and we finished it in Valletta in the lower Baracca Gardens, and Valletta is where we started, so it's thought it's only fitting to end here. I'm just trying to hide from Andy because I can see he's looking for me. We've had an absolutely amazing time and we've enjoyed it. My favourite part was St Peter's Pool, the salt pans, and going through where the arch was meant to be, can't remember where. I'll give you back to Andy.
What's that weird, creepy lurching dance you just did over here? So this is it. This is the end. So I hope you've liked it so far. Let us know if you're coming to Malta and you want any tips or tricks of where to go. But thanks for watching, and we'll be going back to our regular content very soon. Bye! Can I say bye? Well done. And that's the end of my Malta getaway. I thoroughly recommend going. There's loads to see and do, and there's loads of great places to eat, you know, real Mediterranean food. Some places are cheap and some places are expensive, but it's all really delicious. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you if you've watched part 1 and part 2. I hope this has inspired you on going to Malta, or if you're already planning on going, if you need any advice, just let us know. Or if you feel like checking out any of my other travel videos, because I've done quite a few so far, I've left a travel playlist here, or if it's not there, then I've just left it in a card up here. Anyway, until my next travelling adventure, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye!